Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast, IELTS Fighter podcast today. And we have a very special guest, Mr. Nam, who is a former student of IELTS Fighter and now has become a teacher at Ms Hoa Junior. Hello Nam, welcome to the podcast.
Hello, Mr. Hiệp.
So could you please introduce a little bit of yourself?
Hello everyone, my name is Nam and I used to be a student at Chọn, IELTS Fighter branch, and now I'm an English teacher at Ms Hoa Junior's Town City. I'm really glad to be here and really appreciate.
Yeah, so first, I'm really curious about what in the world drive your decision to become a teacher at IELTS Fighter?
First, when I applied, when I enrolled in the class, around the course in IELTS Fighters, I thought that the teachers here, they are very enthusiastic and very inspirational. And the second thing is that back in high school, I always wanted to be a teacher. So after finishing all courses here, I applied and I got accepted, very luckily.
Yes, very happy to hear so. Could you share some thoughts of yours regarding the role as a teacher at IMA?
I think that when I take on the role as a teacher, I find both very fulfilling but also very challenging. The fulfilling part is that I have a chance to train my students to become a better English users, and when I look at them and can see them improve throughout 1 or 2 months, and they can speak English quite fluently and more confidently, it would be the greatest things, the greatest feelings that any teacher would feel. And the second part is that it's quite challenging because whenever I go to the class, I don't know what's going to happen next, and I feel kind of nervous. And one more thing is that if I don't create any value, if my students don't improve after my classes, I would feel very guilty.
Wow, very thoughtful teacher. All right, so next question for you. So as a teacher, and also former student, I assume that you have a considerable insight of how the methods at IMAP is working. And also I want to ask you specifically about the ripple method. Could you share some thoughts about it?
The ripple method, I think is quite fascinating method of teaching English. The first R stands for refined knowledge. I'm going to share the experience when I was a student. That the first time I looked at the textbook, I thought that wow, this textbook is amazing, and the person or the people created this curriculum they are very experienced and knowledgeable. They can create a curriculum that is very comprehensive and complete, and they just include all the necessary insights into the IELTS test. So that's the R. So inspirational, I think that the very first thing that struck me when I became a student here is that the teachers here, they are very enthusiastic and they're very dedicated in teaching, passionate teachers. One of the examples I remember is that my former teacher, he woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning with me, and he fixed my writing essay, and it would be mind-blowing to me at that time. So that's an I. P stands for practice. Well, in classes, whenever we learn a new thing, a new vocabularies or new grammatical structures, let's say, we have a chance to practice it right away. We don't have to write very lengthy notes so that we can get home and revise it and don't remember it. We practice it so that we can remember it and apply it right at the moment. So the last one is L. It's logic. Every classes are taught in the IMAP. They are arranged in a very logical way, starting with listening, reading, then speaking and writing, all 4 skills in one lesson. And the curriculum would be very, very helpful in a way that providing people with the logical approach of learning English as a language, but also IELTS as the final destiny of English learners. Yeah.
I have to give accounts for all the dedication you give in the study methods of IMAP. We have R for refined knowledge, I for inspiration, P, what is it for?
P for practice.
Yes, and also the last one, L, is logic, and that's a comprehensive and well-rounded method of IMAP. So we're coming to the next question for you now. Could you please share with me, what did you improve the most after studying at IELTS Fighter?
Well, the one thing that I thought that I improved dramatically, not to be so arrogant or boastful about it, but it really did. I only learned 2 courses at IMAP, and I only did that in 3 months. So first I got 5 point for writing, but after applying all the methods and absorbing all the knowledge I was taught, I got a 7 at my writing test in the real test. So overall I got a 7.5 at my first attempt.
Happy to hear so. And so set achievements aside, could you please share with me about the difficulties in studying?
In order to get a high IELTS math score, you have to put in a lot of not only time but also effort, right? Because you have to spend quite a lot of time in order to absorbing all the vocabularies, but not just absorbing and remember it. You have to kind of try to practice it and put it into practice, speaking and writing. So it's a tough part. Yep.
Alright, so lastly, do you want to leave any message to the viewers?
In order to achieve a high band score in IELTS, you have to put in a lot of effort, blood, sweat and tears. Those are things that you have to put in. You have to sacrifice a lot of things. But when you really achieve it, it will be one of the most fulfilling and adventurous journey that you've been through. And I think everybody should pick up the courage and do it. It's very worthwhile.
So thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here with us in the podcast today. I wish you nothing but all the best in the future as a teacher at IELTS Fighter. That's it for our podcast today. Thanks all the viewers for watching.
IELTS Fighter, vì 1 triệu người Việt đạt 6.5 IELTS.